was, terrible things happen to people, and it puts a benchmark in your life. It's like people remember where they were when President Kennedy was shot, and people remember, and it's like this happened before the fire, and now everything is happening after the fire. It was a life-defining moment.
When testing was done on that switch and examination of that switch took place, the switch was still mainly intact. And the suggestion from the investigators was that that would not be the case, because the fire would have burned from the inside out on that switch. And the evidence suggested just the opposite, that it was a fire that had burned from the outside in around that switch. That appeared to eliminate, at least in our minds, that the cruise control switch was the cause of the fire.
Who would do this? I mean, why would they do it? And I'm trying to speak with as many people as I can, family members, friends, classmates of the kids. I mean, pastors, anybody who knew this family. And from everything that I've gathered so far, Billy and Amy and Caleb were just wonderful, wonderful people who didn't have any enemies, and that nobody could ever want to hurt them and would have no reason to hurt them.
The fact that she was that front person at the school, almost every parent that would come into the school spent time talking to Billy. She was the person who would take the call if your child was sick. And when you called in, she would say, well, I pray that she gets to feeling better, or I pray that he gets to feeling better. And she had a way of dealing with people that you knew that she was sincere. She really was going to pray. I mean, she would come out from around her desk and join hands with people and pray for them right there in the hallway. I mean, she just was special.
I would get a memory, at least one, every single day, of just a different time that, I was with her, or with her and her family, or with, all of us together, both of our families together. And I would get those memories, and they would just, if I could describe the feeling, it was like sadness, joy, feelings of, the good memories, good times, it was all that wrapped into one. And it healed me.
A friend told me that, as Christians, we grieve, but we grieve with hope, because we know that death is not the end. And that someday we'll see our loved ones again. And that when that day comes, that this time will seem like the blink of an eye. And so for me, that was a great comfort. And, the way I reconcile it to myself is that someday this will seem like the blink of an eye. And for now, I am living in the blink.